Yep.
And so, besides Monkey Up, what other movies has she been in?
She was in the first 2 Dr. Dolittle movies with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen those.
All 3 Night at the Museum films.
Night at the Museum? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to offer her some water. What's your name?
That's Amber.
Amber, you want to offer her some water? Mm-hmm. You don't have to tilt it. She'll suck it straight up from the straw. She was in Treasure Buddies, Spooky Buddies. Here's where the ditto marks come into play. Super Buddies. Russell Madness. Now Monkey Up.
Her first starring role.
Yeah, this is the first role that she's had where, number 1, it all centers around her.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, she plays multiple characters. In Night at the Museum 2, she played 2 monkey characters, but in this one, she actually played 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And there were a couple scenes where she had to fill in for the other monkey. This is going to get a little confusing, but there are 5 monkey characters in the film.
Okay.
The mom, 3 boys, and a sister. So 3 brothers and a sister. She played Monty, the main monkey, and the sister, Melody,
Oh, okay.
and the mom. And then she filled in for the other monkey, her co-stars, her real name is Squirt. And Squirt played Morton Mooner.
Mort and Mooner?
Yeah, M-O-R-T and M-O-O-N-E-R.
Okay.
And there were a couple scenes where she had to fill in for either Mort or Mooner or both. So she pretty much covered all the bases at one point or another in the movie. She had to learn new, another thing that was interesting about this film, she had to learn kind of how to drive a car.
Oh, neat.
So it's a remote control car, but it was a very high-end remote control car.
Oh, cool.
And she had to learn to sit there and use the steering wheel, make it look like she's steering and hitting the horn and shifting.
Oh, wow.
You know, before in other TV shows and movies that she's just been a passenger, just sitting there, not really having to do anything. This is the first movie where she had to ride a skateboard.
Oh, cool.
And that was also ingeniously modified to be run as a remote control vehicle as well.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know how they did it, but they did a phenomenal job. And she adapted so well to it. It was amazing.
Aaron, she's probably not thirsty anymore, buddy. Yeah, I know. Why don't you put her on the
He's
table?
at the ready in case she feels parched at any moment. He's got her covered. Thank you very much, you guys.
Oh, God. She's playing with my earrings. Oh, God.
I think she's trying to clean your ears.
She'll just clean it. She won't take it out. Crystal, leave that. Yeah. No cleaning jewelry right now.
That's cool.
So those are some of the new stunts and behaviors that she had. She also had to learn to do different new gestures, hand gestures, because in this movie she's also playing. This movie, another interesting thing about this is the first movie where she's kind of playing a role very similar to her real life.
Oh, okay.
As an actor.
Except for she's not a diva.
But she's not a diva. And she didn't start out with commercials. She started right at the top, baby.
Nice.
George of the Jungle with Brendan Fraser was her film debut.
Oh, George of the Jungle.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another family movie.
Yeah.
It's good for her
What's
credit
her
list.
Crystal.
I mean, her age. What's her age?
22.
22?
Double deuce.
How old do they live normally?
40 to 50 years in captivity, because they get really good medical care and a really good diet and everything.
Okay.
And they don't have the stress of survival. Having to deal with parasites and predators. Chasing them even is stressful. And in the wild, they would only live about half as long. 20 to 25 years.
How long was like a typical work day for her shooting the film?
Excellent question. Usually, she put in about, I would say, anywhere from 8 to 12 hours.
Oh wow, okay.
Probably leaning a little more towards 10 to 12 hours. But when you figure that amount of time that she's on set, that's when we left the hotel and when we got back to the hotel.
Oh, okay.
So total working time can sometimes just be a couple hours.
Oh, okay.
And it's broken up, so she's not working consistently that whole time, ever. We have to look out for her just like, you'd look out for a child on a set.
They're holding hands.
Yeah. That means they're going steady now.
She really seems to like him.
What's her favorite food?
If you were going to lay out all the fruits and vegetables of the world, she'd probably go for grapes first.
Grapes. Okay.
It doesn't matter if they're red, green, or purple, grapes are her number one. Now, if you take her treats, yogurt and Nutella are right at the top of the list.
Good taste.
Mhm.
For sure.
What I usually, when we're working on a movie, I have a container, I can show you, of Nutella, a container of yogurt, and I keep the yogurt refrigerated, and then these are crushed nuts and sunflower seeds,
She's got her full of
and I have cranberry raisins.
Oh.
Can we feed it?
Yes, you can.
She has good taste. They're all yummy stuff.
And you're kind of incorporating it into her diet too.
Oh, right.
When she's at home, she gets on average 5 different vegetables, 2 to 3 different types of fruit every day.
Nice.
She gets these little biscuits, we call them Hungry Chow biscuits. They're actually called Primate Dry Diet, and they're manufactured by a company that distributes all sorts of different types of food to zoos.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually very easy to find. It's very easy to order and get.
Oh.
We get it through our feed store. We normally buy stuff for chickens and
She likes
pigs
to
and
hold my
horses.
hand. She likes me.
So she lives with you,
Yes.
and does she have any other any other monkeys staying with you, or is she just?
I have 3 others. I have Squirt, her
okay.
co-star in the film. And then I have 2 other capuchin monkeys.
So she's that's the
Pardon?
what kind of monkey is she? I'm sorry.
Capuchin. Capuchin.
Okay.
That's the English pronunciation. The Latin is cappuccine,
Oh, okay.
just like cappuccino.
Oh, okay. Oh, she likes that. She's digging that.
See what I mean by, if you started stroking her like you're petting her, she'd probably get uncomfortable with that. But if you pretend like you're sifting through there and looking for bugs, oh, and you also have to eat whatever you find, otherwise she'll be deeply offended.
Oh, pretend you're eating. Pretend that you're eating it.
And if you find something, you have to really eat it.